Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my channel. This is Lighting Labrador. We talk about all things books and my own writing journey, and today I'm going to do a Not Quite July TBR. So if you saw my last Fairy Loot unboxing, you'll have seen that I got a dice TBR game. This dice TBR game to be precise. And also if you've been following me on Twitter, you will have noticed that I started writing out all the books I've not read and put them into a bag. So my idea was to combine both ideas or thoughts that I'd been having to create a TBR sort of game to help me get through all the books that I've not read. And then I started coming up with some rules. And then I realised that we're in July and I'm trying to write a full book in July. If you've not heard anything about that, I will leave cards up above for my announcement and also maybe links to my nano vlogs in November, because I am carrying on with the same story. I'm just trying to get it finished. So one of the rules that I came up with was that any books that I don't finish reading in the previous month I have to carry across. And then my idea was I would use my tablet to get a six-sided dice and roll a number, and that'd be how many books I needed to read in that month. And then I would use the TBR game from Fairy Loot to pick 20 books out of my bag, and then I would then roll the dice for the number of times that I needed from the 6 dice. So if I got 4 on the 6-sided dice, then from the 20 books, only 4 of those would be picked, and that would be based on the dice roll game that side. So because I'm trying to write 90,000 words, there or thereabout, although it looks like it's going to be a bit lower, I decided that I'm not going to do that because I have got so many books that I've carried over from June because I accidentally read other books. So I'm going to go through the books that I've got carried over, and then we're going to pick one extra book from my TBR bag, and that will be the book that is new for July. So in June I had 2 ebooks that I needed to read that I have not got to, and also 2 physical books that I've not got to. There was also another ebook that I need to read because I'd started it in May and I've still not finished it. So 3 ebooks, 2 physical books, and then whatever I come out of my TBR bag. So I should have 6 books this month, although 2 are partially read, so I'm hoping that 6 will be an easy enough number, because otherwise some of these are getting carried forward for another month. So the first book that I want to read in July is Traitor's Blood by Sebastian de Castell. This was a buddy read I was doing with You Can't Catch Z and Kat over at Kat's Book Corner, and I'm 30% through this book. I only started this in the last week of June, so I didn't have a lot of time to get to it. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's an interesting style, it's different, but I want to get this one read. I've got 70% done. I'm hoping to read this in the first week of July, and then I can just end that. And I'm a little bit late on my buddy read, but I don't think I'm doing too bad. The second ebook that I want to read in July is Wendy Darling by A.C. Wise. This was an ARC, kind of like an ARC I received. I got it from NetGalley for free, but it wasn't on the usual ARC request. It was kind of a, if you put your name down, we might give you a copy of this book as like a present. But I'm 50% through that book, I think nearly 60%, and I have not read any of it in June. So I want to finish this book off and have this one done because it was published on the 1st of June, so I'm a little bit late to put a review up for it, but I wanted to get this one done. And like I said, I've only got about 40 to 50% left to read of this, so it should be a fairly quick read. This is a retelling of Peter Pan. Wendy has grown up and Peter has stolen her daughter. The third ebook that I want to read is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I borrowed this from my library and I have not yet read it. I've not started this one at all, so this one will be a completely new read for me, and that is the third and final ebook that I want to read. I don't really know much about it apart from it is a girl who sells her soul to the devil or something, or makes some sort of weird pact so that she can live forever, but the downside is that nobody can remember her. So it's an intriguing sort of premise and I'm looking forward to reading it. I've not read any books by V.E. Schwab before, so it will be an interesting first read. The first physical book that I want to read is Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo. This is one of my physical books from June that I have not got the chance to get around to yet. I really want to read this. I got this as a gift from Rebecca over at Rebecca Reads, and I really enjoyed To Kill a Kingdom, so I really want to try this one and see if I enjoy her other series as much as I enjoyed the standalone book. I don't really know much about this, but I like going into books not really knowing a lot because then I'm not like spoiled or anticipating something. The second physical book that I want to read in July is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Byron. I can't remember how you pronounce this name. Again, I know that this is a Cinderella retelling, and I think there's some sort of sapphic romance hints in there at least, but I don't know too much about it apart from that. And yeah, I wanted to read this in June and just didn't get the chance to read it, so it's been moved across into my July reads. I'm hoping to get through the physical ones kind of soon, although I think I'm probably going to read the ones that I've already started just to try and give me a little bit of a heads up and like catch up with my TBR a little bit, and then hopefully in August I won't need to move any books across. So for the moment, some of you may be waiting for, maybe not really, I don't know, it depends on if you enjoy watching someone pick things out of a bag, but I'm going to pick my book for July, which I have not attempted to read in a month, or maybe I have, because some of the books that are in there are definitely been on TBRs that I've never got to. So I've not got all of my books that I've not read in here yet, but there is about 170 books that I've not read. This is including Kindles and physical books. I need to put my audiobooks on there, and there is probably another 30 to 40 physical books I need to read, but I wrote them down and put them on a piece of paper. Listen. And then I have colour coordinated it. So green is ebook, yellow is physical book, and I'm going to do purple or pink for audiobooks so that I know which one is which. I don't know if these are split between fiction or non-fiction, so we'll be pleasantly surprised. How to film grabbing something out of a bag. And I've got one. So I can see that it's green, so this is going to be a ebook, and the book is The Well-Presented Manuscript by Mike Reeves. I guess that's a useful book to read. This one's gonna now come out and yeah, I wasn't expecting a non-fiction book, to be fair, so that's 4 ebooks to read for me this month and 2 physical books. This one I picked up from a bundle in November. It was a bundle of non-fiction books. I think there was 17 and it cost me £14 or something. It was quite cheap and reasonable, and I mainly wanted it because there were 2 non-fiction books by a author that I've been following her podcast for, so I am looking forward to reading this. If you don't know, I am due to be publishing a book this year. I am self-publishing, but I'm not sure what this means. I don't know if this is like pre-edits or anything like that, but it's always going to be some useful information, and hey, it helps me get down my non-fiction goal for the year. So those are the 6 books that I'm going to be attempting to read in July. Fingers crossed that we can actually get through all 6 of them, because I don't know how I feel about this rule where I have to carry books over. This could be painful. Have you read any of the books on my TBR? And if you have, what did you think to them? Are there any that you liked more than others? Is there one that you think I should get to first? And tell me down below if you think I should. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and also don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. There's a new video out every single week. I hope you're all well and you're all staying safe. Bye!